Well, you know, as a longtime outdoor guy in this state and who's written about the outdoors for almost 5 decades, here's the way I see it. For one thing, uh, for most of us, conservation, the care of our natural resources, is not a Republican issue, not a Democrat issue. But sadly, it becomes that in the legislature, and it has for decades. And consequently, not a lot has happened. You get frustrated with both parties. And what we really need is a leader who, one, um, can talk and understands the environmental outdoor resource issues, but also is able to uh, get something done with and keep it out of the political spectrum. Uh, you know, saving our ducks, managing our pheasants, cleaning up our lakes, our waters, is not a Republican idea or a Democrat idea. It's a thing that Minnesotans should do. Probably one of the most important things in all of Minnesota, and that's our lifestyle. We're seeing it happen right now with lakes. The water quality is declining in some of those lakes. Alien creatures coming in, zebra mussel, things like that. What's at stake is our lifestyle, our weekend cabins, our fishing. Already we've lost in Minnesota a long tradition, and that is great duck hunting in this state. Duck hunters are disappearing faster than the ducks right now. So we're starting to lose a lot of the Minnesota lifestyle. Well, a governor has to first recognize what the issues are and realize that things like our lakes, our shoreline, our water, our ducks, our pheasants are important to Minnesotans. It's important to our lifestyle. So by keeping that in the forefront, and so when he talks about the state of the state address, those things come up. But I can't tell you how many times I've been disappointed listening to the state of a state address when hardly the things, in my case, that endear me to Minnesota and my life and what I see happening to my great state of Minnesota, not even mentioned. I think our political leaders have underestimated this. If we understand what needs to be done, I think most Minnesotans are willing to do it. Sadly, we're not asked to, or our government is not well suited to deliver good conservation. That's the key. We need government to help us deliver conservation on the ground, and that's not happening. And this is why, you know, the legacy amendment was so important to a lot of us, because government, legislature, and political leaders had failed to do anything in natural resources. I mean, when you spend less than 2% of your budget, state budget, on natural resource issues, what do you think you're going to accomplish? So the people took it in their own hands and they passed the legacy amendment. Good Lord, one political party opposed that. I mean, what? And then the other party tried to change the definitions. You know, pox on both houses. But the point is this. Was that good policy? No, it wasn't. You shouldn't be budgeting with the Constitution. But the people had no choice. Those of us had, I mean, for 10 years we tried to get our leaders to recognize we got problems here in this state. And nobody did anything. But now at least we have the money and we have the direction, and we're working on the plan.